Hey, Brian Sullivan, founder of Precise Selling with your weekly video tip. Okay, chances are if you're watching this, you might be watching it on LinkedIn. I'm going to talk about the single greatest prospecting tool that exists today, and that is LinkedIn. And that is this little box up in the corner called search. Now, LinkedIn is the greatest database of prospects who we can call on. We can weed out the ones who we don't want to talk to, and we can focus specifically on exactly who we are trying to communicate with. And the communication that we make through LinkedIn might be initial communication, but it doesn't mean we can't pick up the phone and call these people. It doesn't mean we can't email them. But with millions of people on LinkedIn, who the heck should we focus on? Well, I'm going to show you very briefly how I use this absolutely every day. And it starts with this little search button. Now, let's say I wanted to call on a company. One of my great clients is a healthcare software company called Netsmart. And I wanted to come up and I wanted to meet more people in Netsmart. I wanted the highest level decision makers. Well, in this box, I would put in Netsmart. And the first thing I look for here, I see 1,619 employees. Well, that's a good start. We're starting to narrow the funnel. But beyond here, all of these great names pop up. This is a really neat feature that is totally underused by my students, and it's called All Filters. All Filters will allow me to filter out and get to the exact type of decision makers I want to get to. And I want to slide down here. This area, again, totally underused. Let's say I want to look for the vice presidents of LinkedIn. Or I wanted to say VPs. They might have called themselves that. Or they may say they are directors. And then I apply. And what this will do is weed out all of the potential decision makers who I can possibly meet. Well, let's start at the top. Here's a VP of Business Development, Brett Darby. I'd like him to know who Precise Selling is, but how on earth am I going to get connected to him? Well, the lame or below average LinkedIn person will simply hit connect and send an invite. And Brett will get it and say, who is this joker? Me, on the other hand, will look in this list of names and I'll see Jim Gates, good friend of mine. Pick up the phone. Yes, the phone still works. Call Jim Gates and say, hey, Jim, what do you know about this Brett Darby guy? Oh, he's a great guy. Sure, they can use Precise Selling. Tell him I gave the okay. Now when I go to connect with Brett, I will be very specific in my invite. And you see, it's a nice, soft, low-profile invite. Hey, Brett, remember my LinkedIn network, Jim Gates suggested we connect. Thought you might be interested in having a chat about how we can help the organization. If that's the case, let me know. In the meantime, I'd be honored to just hook up with you. Send the invite. Well, you know what? So often they will connect. And from there, I will have that now First Connections email address. But the mistake a lot of folks make is right after someone connects, it's radio silence. Thank them for accepting your invite. So I always like to send a thank you note to them that says something like this. Hey, Brett, thanks for connecting on LinkedIn. I'd love to catch up with you at 2 or 3 o'clock, maybe Monday. Would that work? So follow up with something. Don't just connect with these people. You see, the value of LinkedIn as a deep prospecting tool is off the charts. And the good news is you've already put a lot of time into getting better at it. Heck, it's probably why you're on LinkedIn right now. So don't forget, use the box, use the filters, nail it down, invite people casually, and then thank them for the acceptance. You do this, you watch your network grow from 100 to 200, and guess what? Even 200 gets you connected to over 1 million prospects who probably need and would love your product. So there's your little tip of the week. We'll see you next week with your Precise Selling video tip.